disasters. However, shift first and second go out. We will have a nice little finish to this one, I got a feeling. Peter Beer, the German, pulls out, so that's now one less car between Moody and Rigel. Moody has the Irish car of NI 935 of Dean McCrory and 676 Neil Hooper. But we also have 527 James Rigel in second place. There's two cars between that. Uh, 717 is a lap down, so is 850, and so is 55 Courtney Finnegan, the only lady in this race. All four lady races have been in this one, as Ashley England is towed off for the start. So we're going to go around another warm-up lap for that one. James Rigel, 527 in second. So it is Moody. Then two back markers, Rigel. Then four back markers, and Kevin Marshall. Vin Peters, Mickey Brennan. Ryan McCrory in NI 944. But with 3 laps to go, it's an awful lot to do for the Skeggy youngster. And if Mr. Starter may be calling his bluff, but brings it down to an absolute crawl, does Mr. Mooney. He knows that if he drops the green, and drops the go loud pedal, the green will surely follow. The starter has decided he's going to go. He's going now, and it's not a brilliant start from Moody. His lad Rigel is back onto his level pegging with 3 to go. He's got to go for it. Oh, he's gone. He's Kenji's car. His car's gone. He's expired. Oh, 527 at all. Oh. Park car. With 2 to go. The track is clear. Number 7 leads 101, H124. Then it's 968, 1 to go. The 2015 champion is going to be Gordon Moody. Takes it again, easy peasy. Kelvin Wally in second. And Vin Peters holds on for third. A bit of showboating now from Gordon Moody. Over the moon, thumbs out in the air, a Sunday drive for the National Points Champion. Oh, hello. And some donuts. Not the kind of ones that got him into trouble, but certainly some donuts there from Gordon Moody. Not quite a full set, but... oh, hello. There's a bit of needle here between Vin Peters and Gordon Moody. He's on top, and he's showing that he's number 1, and he's back. Certainly playing to the crowd. But there you go. Gordon Moody wins the UK Open at a canter. And so proving that he's one to watch. Second place, Kelvin Marshall. Third place, H124, Vin Peters.
There you go. That was the UK Open from this year, and Gordon Moody won that, and like you say, at a canter. And the general consensus was it wasn't a brilliant race. Sadly, there's plenty of action behind. If you weren't watching the leader, unfortunately, it was plenty of crashes and spins, as it always is in a meeting like that, and on a summer meeting like that. Well, I'm glad to say that we have 77 people listening to this live. That's fantastic. I mean, not in my downforce days did we have that many, but there we go. So that's all great and dandy. So let me just tell you what is left to come on this F2 show semi-on special. Like I say, we're near enough halfway through our 3 hours, but I think we will be getting there soon. Now, I've just done the maths. And I've done a bit of a just put in the heat results, and the bottom figure is now 44 points. Now, currently in 44th, in 56th place, there are 3 drivers with 44 points. 55th place at the moment is James Ryger. Okay, because he had 31 points and 13 points. New dad, James Ryger. Congratulations to him. He's got a new little girl called Poppy. Congratulations to him and Tia on that one. Then we have the next thing we have is Lee Morgan. Lee Morgan, by the way of the round of Birmingham, he's got 44 points, and he is also potentially in a semi-final. But the man that's at the track at the moment that could boost his place, and that is Gary Silliphant. Gary is also on 44 points. Now, below the threshold at the moment, John Broach is on 43. And obviously he has qualified for the final, but if he doesn't score anything in that final, he will probably miss out. Now, the the reserve point, now I believe there's 10 reserves this year. May well go up to 12, but obviously bear in mind that there's a fair few shale drivers. I don't know whether they will be doing it this year. I know sometimes they do take part if they have to. But the current cut-off for that is 38 points, and there's quite a few that could potentially be in that list, which will say that. At the moment, like I say, Steve Gilbert is there, and he is 41 points. He's one of the drivers that's there. Also, John Broach 43. Also there, John Hogg, 92 car. He's on 39, as is Tim Bailey, is on 39. That's including the points from tonight. So, we go there. The ones just below the things there, the only one that's really in contention now, I would say. I mean, we're looking at someone who has got to score at least 20 points to get anywhere near it. So I'm afraid the likes of, I'm going to say this now, the likes of Jack Aldridge. Sorry, not this year, I'm afraid, Jack. But then I don't think you're too bothered. You're probably in the F1 world. Jack Marshall is the one to watch, because if he gets a final win, he could be up in the reserves. Won't be in the grid, and he may regret that jump start come the end of the night. Those are the main ones that we're looking at. Obviously, there will be more, but I think at the moment we're probably going to be looking at a figure of around 45 to 47 points to get you into a semi-final. That's what we're looking at the moment. That's what I've done the maths, and there's no change at the moment. So at the moment, we are looking at a George McMillan, Andrew Palmer front row, with Dave Polly and Rob Speak on the front row of the other semi-final. Now, as it stands at the moment, now, I know all you Moody fans are listening to see where he is. He's currently in 27th place. He has not moved. And I doubt, well, the only person that can probably shift him down is like, say, the likes of Ben Lockwood, perhaps Cy Haraway, who's there, Billy Webster, Gary Walker, Sheldon Wadsworth, and James Riggle. Now, if James Riggle gets a good position in the final, which could well happen, Gordon could be in the same semi-final as one Robert Speak, Esquire. But Speaky's still got to go out in the consolation. He may get some more points here. He's only got the 5 here, but he will need to score more than 13 points to better that score. So that's what I'm going to say, more than just the 5. So at the moment, as it stands, the current scores on the doors are George McMillan has 180 points. Dave Polly has 160. I've just taken that one out, actually, because he's not, obviously he's got 12 points at the moment, which could be potentially better. So like I said, George has got to get to 23 or better. Dave Polly has got to get to 16 or better for it to have a knock-on effect. Andrew Palmer, I believe, is there. I'm not too sure. I've just seen a picture of his car with no engine on Twitter. So whether he is there, if my loyal minions can tell me whether Andrew Palmer is there or not. Speaky obviously is there with that car, with the old panels on, which is all good fun. Bit of a good old-fashioned mind games. It's like another resident of Manchester that used to be like that. It's like Speak is Sir Alex Ferguson, and Gordon Moody is Jose Mourinho. They like playing mind games with each other, but at the end of the day, look at the total of these boys, is what they say, isn't it? So there we go. So we'll have a better idea after the consolation and final. We should have those results very shortly. Coming up, like I say, after the break, we do have... we're looking at the European Championship at Northampton, which of course happened at the weekend, and a fantastic meeting that was. So we'll be back after this break.
Listen again to the F2 show on Spreaker.com/Stox Radio.
Life's good. Share the Stox love on Twitter at Stoxradio or Facebook.com/Stoxradio. Maybe you too could get some sweet Stox loving.
What do you mean that's all they got available? That's all that's left? My Prino!
At the end of the day, it doesn't bother me.
The F2 show. We've got a semi on.
And the strains of Seneca Peters means there's only one thing that we can talk about now, and that's the European Championships over at Northampton, which took place last weekend. And Steve, you were there. How was it?
Very sunny.
Very sunny. Very rare.
It was very sunny. It was very good, and I enjoyed being a punter for the weekend.
Yes, the qualifying heats. Obviously, with this European, you have a certain amount of places up for grabs. Obviously, Gordon Moody having to pre-qualify because obviously because of his misdemeanor, unfortunately, doesn't mean that he wasn't in the top 20. There was a bit of a...
Well, he did. Yeah, he did, and he didn't have to pre-qualify in that. Yes, he either had to get into the top 6 of the wild card places, because obviously he wasn't on the top 20 of the available drivers from the July grading list. But if he didn't do that, obviously he could have come off the back as defending title holder.
As is there anyone's right for any title. If they're obviously not banned. So, yes, in the heats, who had the qualifying heats?
Neil Hooper took the first one, so a win for the Southwest, and the second one was won by Pete Bartram, who was back in his own car, the one that got very badly damaged at the Hansford qualifier.
Yes, that was quite a brutal hit at the Hansford qualifier. I'm not surprised that car was quite badly damaged.
Yes, and the third heat was won by Kelvin Marshall.
Yes, so, the form book didn't point towards a Moody situation, but the draw...
Yes, Moody was fourth in Heat 3. Then the consolation was a Dutch 1-2-3 actually, a 39-car consolation indeed, which was won by Dutch white topper Wesley Lenhoots. Of course, his brother is H16. Wesley Lenhoots took the consolation.
So we had a Dutch 1-2-3 in the consolation. Then a very poignant moment as Briscoe Formula 2 decided to pay its tributes to Steve Green Jr. with a race on the European night, the European final, which basically, everyone says, well, why do we have a final on the Saturday night at the European? What point does it have? And now we have got a point for that meeting, and wow, what a final.
Yes, it was a very good final. For a start, there was 24 star-graded drivers in the one race, which was fast and furious stuff, and not a good one for Gordon Moody.
No, I heard this. Yes, he had.
Yeah, he was smacked about a bit. I don't know what it is between Gordon and Richard Bowyer when this all kicked off, for want of a better description. I don't know. But first of all, it was Graham Fagan. Now he and Gordon have been foes for many years, and have one's had the other, and then the others had the other one.